Hello, happy and smart developers. Welcome to the Coding Boat. This is series of UI technologies and this is part 15. So let's begin the session. Today we are going to understand tag. What is tag? A tag is nothing but which can be written inside the angular brackets. Every tag has their own specification. For example, BR has its own specification and B has its own specification. BR is used to break the line. B is used to represent the text in bold format. Now, in HTML, we have two tags, opening tag and closing tag. Few tags in HTML are self-closing tag, like all the input elements are self-closing tag. We no need to close them separately. Now, this is one example of input element where there is no closing tag. Now, category of tags. There are two types of tags, unpaired tag and paired tag. Unpaired tags are tags which does not have closing. Paired tags are tags which does have both opening and closing. Okay, self-closing tags are unpaired tags. Example, all input elements. Pair tags are tags which does not have pair tags are tags which does have both opening tag as well as closing tag. Now, head section tags. What head section contains? Head section contains title, metadata, link and script and style, etc. So for title we have title tag, for meta we have meta tag, for link we have link tag. Correct. To link any particular thing we use link tag. For scripting purpose we have script tag, and for style purpose we have style tag in head section of HTML web page. Now, in body section, what are the tags we have? We already know in body section we have paragraph. Sorry, in body section we have headers, then we have paragraph, list, anchor tag, then we have form, then table and some miscellaneous tags. Okay, so for heading we have H tag. For paragraph we have P tag. For list tag we have LI tag. For anchoring we have A href is equals to particular link, nothing but anchor tag. Now for forms we have form tag. Input elements can be represented with the help of input tag. Now with the help of table tag, we can represent data in tabular format. For example, if we want to represent timetable, then we can make use of table tag. Now, attribute. What is attribute? What is attribute? Attribute is state of object. Attribute is state of object. What is state? State is nothing but size, color, weight, width. Correct. Which gives specific information or which shows particular quality of that particular object. That is nothing but state of that particular object. For example, color and size. These are states of the object. Now, an attribute is used to add additional functionality or behavior to the HTML element. See, this is very important part. Okay, what is attribute? What is attribute? Attribute is state of the object. Attribute is state of the object. Attribute is state of the object. Why we use attribute? We use attribute to add additional functionality. We use attribute to add additional functionality or behavior to the HTML element. Okay, now attributes are always can be written within opening tag of HTML. Where we write attributes, we can write attributes in opening tag. Now, we have different attributes like id, class, name, value, align, style, etc. So many attributes are there. What is attribute? Attribute is state of the object. Why we use attribute? Why we use attribute? We use attribute to add additional functionality. To add additional functionality or behavior to the HTML element, we use attribute. I am repeating once again because this is very important point. What is attribute? Attribute is state of the object. What is state? State can be color, state can be width, state can be height and width. Now, why we use attribute? We use attribute to add. We use attribute to add additional functionality or behavior to the HTML element. We use attribute. Now, let's move forward. Every element or we can say every tag has maximum 4 attributes which are mentioned below. Those are title, class, id and style. With the help of with the help of title, we can give title to that particular HTML element or that particular tag. Okay, now we use title for creating title. Title will display when we do mouse over on that particular element. Let me help you to understand this point practically. See here, HTML. Okay, okay, here body closed. Within body, what I am going to take? I am going to take one h2 tag, h2 tag opening, h2 tag closing because it is paired tag. Okay, now content is the coding boat. Okay, and here I am using one attribute, title attribute. Title is equals to title of the element. Okay, see here what I am doing is I am removing this title attribute from this h2 tag and I am saving the file title.html. Okay, now let's check the output. What will be the output? Let's check it. Let me increase the size of the page for better understanding. See, this is output of my HTML page, okay, the coding board. I am putting mouse on my content, the coding board. See here, but nothing is coming. Now what I am doing, I am using title tag within opening h2 tag here. See, title tag, okay, within h2 tag, content of the tag is the coding board, okay. Now let me save the code and let me refresh the page. Now see here what I am doing, I am taking my cursor on the content, the coding board. What will happen, just observe, okay. See here, got it, what I am getting, title of the element. Now I am removing my mouse cursor from this content. See, there is no pop-up about title of the content. Now again I am taking my mouse cursor on this content, the coding board. Got it? Now I am getting title of the element. So this is the use of title attribute. Now let's move forward. Class. Another attribute is class. Class attribute is used for defining a class to categorize HTML elements in particular class or particular group. For grouping purpose, we make use of class attribute. Now, class is used, or we can say utilized, to render in JavaScript. What is this? That I will explain when we will learn JavaScript. Okay. As of now, you just need to understand we make use of class to render in JavaScript. Okay. Now, class value will be multiple, but the attribute class will be single. Means one element can be part of many groups or many class. Okay, don't worry, you will not understand this point here because we have not started CSS and JavaScript as of now. So just uh, try to read this point and keep it in your memory, you will understand it later. Okay, so here HTML element or tag may have multiple class, means one HTML element can be part of multiple groups. Now class mostly used in CSS. Class mostly used in CSS. Why we use class in CSS, that I will teach when we will start CSS. Okay. Now ID tag. What is ID? Sorry, ID is not tag, ID is attribute. Okay, my mistake. ID is used for defining ID. ID must be unique. ID must be unique. ID mostly accessed in JavaScript. We use ID in JavaScript. Later you will understand this point. Now, style tag. Style tag is used for inline style, or we can say for inline decoration. Okay, to provide style to that particular HTML element, we make use of inline style attribute, or in another words, to provide style to particular element or to provide element specific style, we make use of inline style. What is style here? Style is attribute of HTML element which will provide decoration to that particular element. Now Here I want to explain all these points with practical example for better understanding. So let's go here. This is our current output. Now what I am doing, I am making use of style attribute. Style equal to background color blue. Okay, and now save the code. See here what I have done. I have made background color of this particular element blue. For that purpose I have used style tag. And I have saved the code. Now let's see what will be the output. Here I am going to refresh the page. See here, for this particular element or for this particular content we are getting style. What is that style? Style is background color. Now let's try something different. Here I am making use of color red. Let's save the code and refresh the code. Got it? For this particular element we are getting color red. If I will make use of another h2 tag, then that will not apply, that style will not apply here. Okay, another h2 element. See here, got it? This style is for this particular element, the coding board. Now I am making it blue. Let's save the code and execute. See here, previously this color was red and now it is blue, but this color was black, now also it is black only. So to provide element specific decoration we use inline style. Okay, now let's move forward. Format to write attribute. Attributes are written in opening tag. Observe here where I have written this title and where I have written this style inside opening h2 tag. Correct? Opening h2 tag. Correct? So we write attributes in opening tag. Now single attribute. Attribute name is equals to opening and closing double quotes, within that value of that attribute. See here, name of the attribute, what is that? See here, title is the name of the attribute, equal to opening double quote, then closing double quote, and within this I have title of the element. Correct? Here also style is attribute, equal to sign, then opening double quote and closing double quote, and within this I have its value, color is blue. Correct? So this is the way to write attribute. But here we have multiple attribute. We have title, we have style. So how to write multiple attributes? Attribute name equal to opening and closing double quotes attribute value. Then give some space and another attribute name equal to opening closing double quotes, within those quotes attribute value, then again space and repeat the same. In this way we can write multiple attributes in one element. See here, S2 is one element. In this element we have title tag and we have here style tag, correct. Within these two two attributes, title and style are attributes of S2 tag, okay. Within these two attributes I am having this space, hope it is visible, correct. So in this way we can write multiple attributes within one element. That's it in this session. Let's meet in another session. Thank you.